Hello and welcome to Deliberately Creative. This time we are making an advent calendar using a 12 by 12 box frame, some cardboard, a little scrapbooking paper, and some wire brads to hold the gift tags that we made in the live show. That way, it gives you some options. You can make gift tags, you can make an advent calendar, and it's easier to make an advent calendar with individual tags than it is to make one whole sheet of 24 for an advent. Because if you goof up somewhere in the middle of your advent calendar, you've goofed up in the middle of your advent calendar. But if you goof up a tag, you can set that aside and do another one. Come on with me and let's get started making this advent calendar. It's a lot of fun and it really is easy. All right, so we're going to get crafty here. We're using those lovely tags that we had created in the previous video for the doodle sketching. My doodle sketched gift tags. I am going to make them into an advent calendar by putting them onto this pretty paper with little brads facing this direction. I can put the numbers on the back sides of the cards, and then when, say this is number 2 and it's the second, all you would do is flip the card. And when you're all done, you'll have a 12 by 12 framed picture with 24 little tags that are all your work, all your handmade things. Because a lot of it is just having something to mark the days. And this is a really nice way to do that. So what I'm doing right here, I have a piece of cardboard that fits a 12 by 12 frame. All right, so this paper came from a classic or heirloom holiday Christmas stack with a whole bunch of really pretty papers in it. And this I was given as a Secret Santa gift a few years ago. I've used several of the sheets of paper out of it, but this just looked like a pretty piece of wallpaper. And I thought that would be really nice for the background of my tags. And so what I'm going to do, the frame will eventually hold all of this down together because there's a lip in the frame. So I don't have to completely slather this with glue and, warp the paper or anything like that. I'm just going to use some double stick tape. So I'm going to put in the corners, and then I'm going to use brads, little metal. These happen to be a Tim Holtz Ideology fasteners. And I just thought they're tiny, they take a small hole, and they will be perfect for holding these lightweight little tags to make an advent calendar. All right, and we're back. Now, this paper does actually have an up and down because it's got ever so lightly music staff on there also. I think that is just so pretty. So I'm going to just line this up with the edges of the cardboard. Squish it down nice and tight. And now, don't know if you can see it, I went ahead and laid my tags down and then measured, just using the tags, my distances across. I wanted to get 6 tags across and 4 tags down. That made it so I've got 24 tags all on this board without doing a lot of math. Now, all right, so I'm going to put my hand on the other side of the board, and I've spread my fingers apart where I see that that little hole, that little spot, and I'm just going to push straight in, being very aware where my fingers are. Now I can feel that hole coming, that punch coming through, and I'm just going to work this down like that. See how nice that hole is? It's a perfect little hole, nice and round, and it doesn't make a lot of noise to make them. And if you're very careful and work slowly through, you won't bend the cardboard. Because that really is the trickiest bit, doing it without bending your cardboard. But as long as you don't bend the top paper, it really doesn't matter, even if you do bend the cardboard. So now, I am going to finish these two. I will grab a couple of the brads. I will put this row of brads on, and then I'll go into fast forward. Let's see. I think I like these more brown colored ones. So we'll just get some of those pulled out. And that hole is perfect for these brads to go through, but I don't want it to go completely down tight because I'm going to want my strings to get wrapped around it. So I'm actually just going to take any old tag and I'm going to wrap my string around and then press it down. Now that particular, and then I'm just spreading those little legs apart. This particular one is not going to stay on that, but now you see how it's, now you can see how it's loose, because I didn't want this to be so tight that I couldn't get my string wrapped. So we'll do that again. We're just going to go wrap that string around, push through, spread those little legs of that brad, and then pull the string off. And again, it's loose. There we go. All right, so there we are. Take that last piece off. So now what I want to do, I want you to notice that when I put my brads on, I put them fairly close to this one top edge and they're farther away at the bottom. That's because of the way these tags hang. Okay, they hang down, so each of these tags is going to get tied on, and when you get down here you have that same margin that you left at the top up there. At least that's my hope. That's my hope. I'm going to go ahead and put this in the frame. So this is just a plain 12-inch box frame. I am not putting the plexiglass in because I want to be able to get to the brads. I'm going to drop this in like that, drop this in like this, and then this has these really nice, quick little tabs that slot into a groove. And now I got this frame online at Jerry's Artarama, and it's their Ambiance picture frames, and this was a 12 by 12, and it would fit a 12 by 12 stretched canvas. The depth is 1.5 inches, so it makes it really nice to put into a frame like this. Now, something that I just realized is that no, I've got enough, there's enough give. I think I'll be able to get my strings on. See, because when you push on the back here, it kind of gives because it's only held here. I could even push way far back to drop that down and get my tags on. For right now, what I'm going to do is just get these tags attached. And I'm attaching them by just looping over and around, because really it doesn't need any more than that, because they're not going to fall off. You see, that's not going to fall off of there. And I can tighten it up a little bit. There we go. That's nice and tight. And then it will be flipped over backwards. So I'm going to get these put on here really quick. I will be going in and writing my numbers. And as long as my numbers are, I'm going to use one of those Zebra Sensations technical pens. And so long as I don't duplicate any numbers, I can choose any numbers between 1 and 24 to put on here. And truthfully, I would really want to write these numbers before I get it set up on this board with all the wobbliness under it, but I can do it for 1 or 2. So I'm going to put a number 1. So that would be December 1st. And you can make your numbers as fancy or as basic as you want. And you can keep your numbers all going this, same style, or you can use different styles. So let's say I want number 15 right here. So I'm going to do I want to do my 1 similarly. So it's an up, straight down, get that knot out from under there. There we go. Put the little block box underneath. Remember, it's hand-drawn, so don't be hard on yourself. You're making something that's fun and very home-styled. So now my 5 is going to go across, down, and I like my numbers to get a little bit of personality. So that's going to get the block there. And come around like this. And I think this one's going to get its little dash lines there. So, day 1 and day 15 are on here. I will go ahead and sign off for now. I think that you get this. I think you understand what we're doing. I will zoom out so you can see it better. All right. The Advent calendar is completely done. It is ready before December. I have never actually gotten an Advent calendar made before, and to have it made before December just makes it so special. I am looking forward to flipping these over and sharing a picture a day. I'm probably going to do that on my Instagram. So go find Deliberately Creative on Instagram and you can follow me and watch as I put a new tag flipped over each day. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll just choose a random one. Why don't I choose number 22? Let's see. That would be day 22. Is going to be these fun little candles. So I'm going to flip that back because that's not where we are right now. I hope that you enjoyed this. If you did, please click that like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure that you click that bell so that you'll be notified when new videos go up. Click that iCard up there for the video that shows how I did all of the tags. Now, it is a long video, but you have full control. You can fast forward, go to the pictures that you really want to see how to draw, and pick and choose. I did do 24 images total, but the first 10 were done in the other iCard video that's up there that says live. It was done on a live show, and then the other 14 were done in the video on the other iCard. As always, go out and do something creative. Take care of yourself so you can take care of those around you. And I hope to see you back here again really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.